Welcome to segment 4 and our final segment of this week 6 show. As you know that if you haven't watched the other 3 segments, I suggest you do. Because unlike the past 3 weeks, Cole and I have actually shaken up our picks this week. And believe it or not, it was him that shook it up, not me. I thought I was.
I take some risk at some point here.
But anyway, to America's games of the week and the night games. First, kind of a pushover here. Atlanta against Chicago. As Cole said in his first segment, there is 2 disappointments this season.
Yeah, the Bears' offense so far this year has just not clicked the way we wanted it to. And this team just so far is not doing what I think they need to do to win games. And the team I thought would actually challenge the Packers for the NFC North Championship this year is not delivering. And right now the Bears having some struggles. But luckily this week they are going against another team that is struggling in the Atlanta Falcons, whose offense as well is not clicking like everybody thought they would be. As in this one, 2 struggling teams, and whoever wins this game might get some momentum going through the rest of the season. And this one I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. They are at home, and I believe that's going to be a big factor for the Falcons. They are a pretty good team at home, and I believe Matt Ryan's going to have a very good game in this one. I can see him throwing 3 touchdowns, and I can see the Atlanta Falcons winning this one over the Chicago Bears, 23-17. Also, don't be surprised if you see Devin Hester get a kick return touchdown as well in this, against his old team.
Well, at first I will say that I think the NFC North is as I thought to start the year, is a 3-horse race between Green Bay, Chicago, and Detroit. I had Detroit finishing 9-7 this year to start off, and then I think I had Chicago at 8-8 or 9-7 right there with Detroit. So I guess I'm not as surprised as Cole is about this Bears team. They've been great on the road. I mean, they go into San Francisco in the Levi's Stadium opener and beat the Niners in probably one of the least interesting games of the year because of how many penalties was called. They go into New York and beat the Jets at home, which is kind of expected, but still on Monday night, you know. And now they go into Atlanta, where the Falcons have been struggling with the loss to the Giants. And honestly, I think the struggle bus continues for Atlanta, even though it's at home. I got Chicago winning this one 27-24. It's going to be a close one. Now you'll see Robbie Gould hit a last-second field goal to beat the Falcons. America's Game of the Week, Seattle against Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas, like I mentioned in the first show as well, is my most impressive team so far this year. As Dallas, the entire team is looking good, even though week 1 their defense looked like they struggled. They have locked down all of a sudden, and they are stopping teams left and right. And that Dallas offensive line, probably the best offensive line in the NFL right now, looking very good, as now they're going against a Seattle team who has one of the best defenses in the NFL. And last week, Russell Wilson, who every week, at the beginning of the season, I just considered him an average quarterback, but every week he just seems like he's improving in my list. As now I have him as above average quarterback, as probably one of the top 10, maybe top 5 in the league right now. Wilson looking very good, and right now it is in Seattle, and I believe that is going to be the big factor in this one. And that is why I had the Seattle Seahawks winning this. If this game was in Dallas, I'd probably take the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm going to take the Seahawks winning this one at home 20-10.
Who would have thought that 4-1 would be the Cowboys' story right now? Even though they have probably one of the best offenses in the league, the defense has actually looked decent. But I still think they're the Cowboys' defense. So I think that these offenses are actually struggling because they think, oh, we got the Cowboys' defense. We got it off easy. No, you don't. We got it easy. No, you don't. But they're facing the LOB, Legion of Boom, this Cowboys offense. And Seattle will prove that they are the Legion of Boom, and they are the best defense one of the best defenses in the NFL. You have Seattle, Carolina, and then Detroit rising up on defenses. It's a tough debate right now who's the best defense in the league, but Seattle will make their statement this week why they are the best. They will beat Dallas 17-10. lower scoring game, which I like to pick low scoring in Seattle. Have you noticed that? Just think my Seattle-Denver game, I had 10-7. And it turned out to be 26-20. Sunday night game, which really the Seattle game should be the Sunday night game. But NFC East battle, which seems to be the case every week 17 on Sunday night, except the Cowboys aren't involved this time. Philly against the Giants.
The Giants so far this year looking very, very impressive after starting 0-2 as Eli Manning's like he's got some things going for him. And Victor Cruz as well, the entire offense has been cruising as well.
I see what you did there.
As well as the defense who have been looking pretty good so far as well after it struggles the first couple weeks. And then you have a Philadelphia team who I believe is still trying to figure some stuff out as they were undefeated. They did get their first loss, I believe, a couple weeks ago. And right now, the Eagles team, who last week almost looked like they had a little bit of issue as they took on the Rams and almost lost to them. So Eagles, a very, very interesting team to watch right now and very questionable, I believe, at times. And, oh man, I haven't thought about this one. Who do you got in this one?
Who do you think?
Eagles? Oh, screw it. Let's go with the New York Giants then. I don't really care. We're going to go with the Giants in this one. I think Manning's going to have another good game. I just believe the Philadelphia defense has been struggling lately, and I believe the Giants are going to take advantage of that. Look for a big game from Victor Cruz and Eli as well. Giants beating Philadelphia in Philadelphia 28-24.
Tom Coughlin made a very gutsy move before this season. He threw away his offense that he's been with for years, going back to his Jacksonville days, and went with the Ben McAdoo offense, and now it's starting to work. But they run into Lincoln Financial Field, which I said last week is a joke that punk rockers call Lincoln Park. Philadelphia 31, Giants 20. Monday night game, St. Louis against San Francisco.
San Francisco looking a lot better these last couple of weeks, as well as after their seemed like horrible start, they have gotten things going. And the 49ers starting to get some things rolling in the quarterback position as well for Kaepernick, who's looking a lot better these last couple of weeks as well with the entire offense and defense. And then St. Louis, a team that gave the Eagles a challenge but could not complete it and remain with only one win on the season. And they are at home this one on Monday night, and they have been pretty good on Monday night at home. But in this one, they were playing San Francisco, and these two did tie, I believe, a couple of years ago, even though St. Louis was not a good team. But I'm going to take San Francisco in this one. Their offense and defense are just really, really good, been really, really good lately. And I'm going to go San Francisco in this one, 24-10.
Well, this isn't the original version of the track that I was looking up. You'll get my drift if you're a St. Louis fan. It's been rough this year. But guess what? You've got the Monday night spotlight against a struggling Niners team which at least I think. And if you're a St. Louis fan, you'll know when I play this recording what I'm talking about. Robert Quinn. And my big upset of the week, the Rams will upset the Niners 27-24. I may be nuts, but so has this week. And that wraps it up for this week. And if it happens, you'll be thinking, man, that Tom Greene is a genius. A hero or goat move right now, but guess what? I think it's going to happen. That is our show this week. We'll see you again for week 7. Same time, same place, same network. Tom TV 23.